Hi everyone, how are you? And hope you're doing well. As you know, I'm Charvi Joshi and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to review another book to you and it's called Judy Mody Gets Famous. So Judy Mody is in 3rd grade and when she goes to 3rd grade, she sees Jessica Finn. She asks Frank, like, what's up with the... Frank asks Judy if, like, what's up with her crown that Jessica's wearing. They're like, I don't know. And then she asks her, and Judy Mody went to ask her, like, what's up with the fancy crown? And she's like, it's a tiara for the queen bee, and because I won the NV spelling bee contest. I'm like, NV, what does that stand for? Judy Mody said, like, it stands for the Northern Virginia spelling bee. And she's like, oh, okay. And then she tells she says that Frank wanted to know. And then when she goes home, she asks mom if she has any art tropes. And then her like, when did he start? And her mom's like, when did you start licking art tropes? She's like, well, it's for spelling. And Stink's like, spelling? And she's like, and her mom's like, well, your teacher's got some creative ideas of spelling teaching, and then she's like, well, like, never mind. And then she asked, how do you spell spaghetti? How do you spell spaghetti? And then she's like, Nooddles. And okay, spelled that wrong, I think, but yeah, Stink is like that, and then like Pasta. Said Mama, like, never mind. And she's like, they were just telling some other ways to say spaghetti, but they're like, I want to know spaghetti only. And then she saw some photos on the fridge and like, what's that for? And then she's like, we're made, that's the Judy of Faith. And she's like, and then Stink has his own photos on there, like, about when he went to see the president's White House. And then Judy Mody went to her room to find some stuff that she had some things, but she never did. When she came downstairs, she was eating a cherry, and then she took out some seeds and put them in the trash hole. And then she said, and then her dad wrote, like, George Washington's cherry pit, something like that. And then she's like, maybe I could actually do something. And then she took the cherry pit and then took a hairdryer and then blowed the cherry pit, and then it turned into an old cherry seed. And then it was actually fake. And then when the garage sale started, Judy Mody gave everyone to see this thing, and then she's like, ew, this cherry pit was near our house, and I found this old cherry seed, and then it's from George Washington's cherry tree, and everybody's like, it was like so cool. And one girl came with her little brother, and it's the size of an M&M, and her brother's like, ooh, M&M, I love M&M, and he just ate up the cherry seed, and he swallowed it, and he was like, oh, that brother ate up the cherry seed that I was going to be famous for. And then this girl is like, I'm so sorry. Hey, you should not do that anymore, okay? And then she went. And then she went to she's called the TP Club, that stands for Toad P Club, and she said that we need a place to get famous. So they make the longest worm of all time. So they put hands on everyone's shoulder and make it into a wiggly worm. And they even tie their shoelaces with each other. But when they all fall down, Judy Mody steps on Frank's finger on accident, and then And then Frank says, "Ouch, that hurts." They went to the hospital, and then the doctor said, "Oh, it's just okay. He just broke his finger." And then like, "Ooh, are you okay?" And he's like, "Yeah, I'm fine." And then when they went to the playroom, they saw a girl people that the doctors are going to remove her heart and then put an artificial heart because her heart got a little dirty and stuff like that. Judy Mody like, "Ooh, is it hard? How are we going to feel that time?" Like it's going to be okay, and at least I get a new heart. And then they're like, "Okay, it's okay." And then like she finds some dolls. Like, are these dolls supposed to be broken, or are these dolls supposed to be like this? And then the girl says, "Actually, they're actually supposed to be like that, about some fixing stuff." And then Judy Mody says like, they should actually really change those dolls into real life dolls, like good dolls. And then they're like, "I know, right?" And then when Judy Mody's mom comes to pick the Stink and Judy up to go home, she's like, hey Stink, can you wait here and tell Mom that Judy forgot something?" And then Judy went back to the playroom and got all the dolls. And when they went home, Judy Mody took out the hospital dolls and decorated them with some bandages or fractured arms or casts and then bandages, and again a lot of hospital stuff. They even put them in gowns, like so they could be better. And then that happened, and then Judy Mody said, "That's perfect." When they went to the hospital, she gave the dolls again, and then she went to Jessica Finch's house the next day, and then Jessica showed all her room, and then she said, "You really like pigs?" And she's like, "Yeah, I do." She even had pig dress, pig costumes, pig bed, pig stuffed animals, a piggy bank, and pig everything. And then he's like, "Can I see the poster of yours?" And she's like, "Okay." And she showed the poster, and she's like, "Maybe I should, do you want to play doctor?" And I'm like, "How do you play it?" And I'm like, "Oh, it's okay. I'm just going to put a cast on." I'm like, "Is it take-offable?" I'm like, "Yeah, I'm sure it is. If I don't use hot glue." And she's like, "Okay." And then she takes some newspapers, and then she puts them on her cast and on her hand, and then she just sees a news that said "stolen dolls from hospital." And then like, what does that say? And like, oh, someone stole some doll from some hospital dolls, and then by the time they were there, they were cleaned up and neat. And then she told before Jessica could say anything else, and then Jessica's like, "Wait up! How do you take this cast off?" And she's like, by that she was already outside the door. And then when she went home, she asked her dad, where's today's newspaper? She said, "The stolen hospital dolls from this hospital," and by the time they knew it, they were all fixed. And then she's like, "I got famous for that." And then she's like, "Maybe I should actually make new good old things good." And that's how she gets famous. And well, that's it. This is Judy Mody, and hope you should try this book out. And I read this book actually 100 out of 100 again, and it takes you about at least 2 to 3 days again. And well, that's it. Well, adios. Stay tuned and see you later, alligator. Bye.